Yo, what it do? Been a minute since I tapped in. I started a YouTube channel maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. Thought I'd be a little bit more consistent putting out content, but things have been busy, really busy. Business has been good. Business has been troublesome, lots of challenges, but we're growing, we're still operating, we're still putting up numbers, which is great. I'm just gonna give you guys a recap on the last 2 to 3 weeks. End of the month is the busiest time of the month for a moving company. This is where you're gonna make your bread and butter. This is where you're gonna make your money. We had a very booked out last couple of weeks. I think we had 2 to 3 jobs every day for the last 2 weeks, and everything was lined up, looking great. Super excited to help people move and grow the company and make some money. And we did those things, but it was a stressful time. We had a lot of problems with our trucks. We had a lot of trouble with labor. I had four of my guys. 2 of them ended up having family emergencies, ended up having to move back to Texas. Lost 2 guys. Very next day, had a guy on my team had problems with his baby mama. Some baby mama drama with him and his kids, so he wasn't able to work. And then my nephew was going through some personal stuff. So, I had 4 guys not be able to work at the busiest time of the month. So it was a challenge, man. I was working 18 to 20 hours for 4 or 5 days straight. Even had my girlfriend come and help with a couple of jobs, which was awesome that she was on board to come and help us when we were in a tight spot. But yeah, it's been a busy month, and then we had a lot of issues with trucks. There's a bit of a truck shortage, and one of the only companies that we're able to get trucks from on a regular basis is U-Haul, and U-Haul suspended my account over some bullshit. I'm going to do a video about that another time. But yeah, man, it's been a challenge, but in the light of all the challenges and everything, we were able to accommodate all of our customers. We didn't have to cancel any of our jobs. I was able to hire some new employees on the fly, and they're all solid, which is great. Was able to buy a new truck, bought my first truck, 24-foot box truck, international, thing's a beast, runs well, got a good deal on it. So it's been a busy, stressful, but productive. Productive, is that even a word? I don't know. Productive, but yeah. So last couple of weeks have been crazy, but let's hop right into this. I started this channel with the hope of helping some fellow movers start their own moving business, and we're going to start this one off at the bare basics. This is going to be for anybody who doesn't have a whole lot of startup capital to start their business. I'm going to hit you with some advice to get a labor-only service started up for you, so you can start making some money and maybe take a step away from the moving company you're working for now. Now's the time to do it. We're fucking busy. All the other moving companies in town are busy. I got other moving companies hitting me up saying, "Hey, man, can you help these customers out?" So now is the time, man. People need help moving. So how can you get off the ground and get the ball rolling? So number one is just gather up the equipment that you have. If you have a car or a truck or something like that to haul equipment, I definitely recommend you get yourself a dolly, just a regular furniture dolly. If you don't have one, you can find them on Craigslist pretty cheap. Facebook Marketplace, you can find them pretty cheap. OfferUp, all these marketplace apps. People are selling furniture all the time, selling equipment all the time. So furniture dollies, I've purchased a few off there for $25 to $50 depending on the model. But definitely you're going to need a furniture dolly, man. It's going to save you time. It's going to save you energy, and it's going to save you your back at the end of the day to be able to move some of these heavier items for customers. Also recommend you get yourself a dozen moving blankets. You can find moving blankets for pretty cheap. I buy them off of OfferUp all the time, man. People end up buying them for their move across the country. Then they get to their new city and they have all these blankets. They don't know what they're going to do with them, so they sell them. So highly recommend that you go on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp. You can find some blankets on there. recommend that you invest in some sort of tape and some basic tools. You need a screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Some basic tools, a little tool bag, and you guys will be set. That's all you need as far as equipment goes. If you guys are, feeling ambitious and you want to go that extra mile to show your customer you really care, buy some plastic wrap. You can get rolls of plastic wrap at Home Depot. If you want to buy something in bulk, I definitely recommend checking out Amazon. They have a business profile on there. I buy a lot of materials from there. They ship them to you in a couple of days. It's high quality stuff. So that's the materials. That's pretty much all you need. Oh, one more thing, get yourself a slide, a 4-way cart. It's one of those square carts that has 4 wheels on it. That's going to help you push big furniture down hallways. Here in Denver, a lot of these luxury apartments and just a lot of apartments in general, they have these long hallways to the freight elevators. You do not want to carry furniture down these long hallways. Some of them are like 100 yards long. So get yourself a couple of slides. I definitely recommend the blue ones. It's like a blue model. It's at Lowe's. I think it might be a Milwaukee. I think they cost like, they don't cost a whole lot, but it's definitely worth it, man. It's going to save you. It's going to save your back. Number 2, man. So this is going to be like a labor-only service for you guys. So it's not a whole lot of startup capital. Where are you going to get your business from? I highly recommend you start advertising yourself on Craigslist, all right? I think $7 here in Denver, you can create a little ad for your services. Be detailed in the ad, all right? Say, title that moving labor or moving help, labor only moving service, whatever you want to do. Just like you want to get the point across to the customer that you're not a traditional moving company, that you're just labor. You're the humper, you're the guy that's helping them load their truck and unload their truck. So create yourself a little ad and just describe your services in there. If I were to do it, I'd be, 2 guys in a van. We pull up, we help you load your truck, we help you unload your truck, and let them know what your hourly rate is. Also, if you're not familiar, so be on Craigslist. Another thing that you want to be on is movinghelp.com. So Moving Help is a company of U-Haul. They're basically a marketplace for movers. You can set up a profile on there. They do a background check. They do some minor training videos and stuff like that. Then you create a profile on their website. The profile, it's pretty simple. It outlines your services. It outlines your rates. It allows you to post pictures of yourself and your team and some of the work that you do. Once you're on that platform, you'll probably, if you're reasonably priced, you'll probably do a lot of business. I used to be on that platform when I was doing my labor-only service out in Florida with me and my best friend, and we dominated that platform within a year. We were the #1 moving help service on that platform, and we were killing it in the Tampa Bay area. I think between the 2 of us, we were both like making like 50 G's a year just off that platform, man. And it was just me and him. Me and my buddy banging out these labor-only jobs, and these jobs are simple, man. You're just helping people either load their truck or unload their truck, right? So loading it if they're going out of town or they're moving a couple hours away, or unloading it if they're rolling into town, or you'll do both, right? But yeah, so get yourself on movinghelp.com, get familiar with their platform, read the terms and conditions, man. It might take you 45 minutes, but anytime you're on a website like that, it's important to know exactly how they do business and how you should operate, man. Because if you don't, you'll get kicked off the fucking platform. And it'll cost you a lot of money, man. I've been there before. I've been kicked off that platform before over some, over violating some terms and conditions that we weren't familiar with. And it was a headache, man. It was a headache. So you can do a lot of money. You can make a lot of money off of movinghelp.com, right? Just you and a buddy. Or just you yourself. You can advertise your own services on there. So make sure you start advertising on Craigslist. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money. Get yourself on movinghelp.com. They're going to push a lot of business to you. Make sure your hourly rate is competitive and reasonable on movinghelp.com. All right. I would recommend starting you and another guy at $60 an hour. It's a busy season, so you might be able to push it up to $80 or $90 an hour. But just make sure you do good work, man. Show up on time, do a really good job. Don't damage the people's furniture. Put blankets over the top of the furniture when it's in the truck. Just really take care of it. Get those 5-star reviews on that platform, and you'll make a lot of money. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You're about your business. You're professional. You're solid. You show up with some equipment. You're polite with the customers. Get that 5-star review. It's going to rank you up on the platform, and you're going to make a lot of money. Number 2, man, Facebook Marketplace. There's a lot of people selling furniture. I sell furniture on there every year. I probably make close to $5,000 on the side selling for furniture on the Facebook Marketplace. And a lot of these people don't want to move the furniture that they buy. So create yourself a little ad. Download an app to create a little advertisement for yourself. Spark Post, I believe it's an Adobe app. Super simple to use, man. They give you these templates. You can upload your logo. If you have a logo, if not, you can upload a picture of yourself standing next to a dolly or some empty boxes. Get creative with it. Take some pictures of yourself to upload on the platform and just have a little advertisement, moving labor. Say you'll move a couch for $50 or $60 or $100, whatever you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable with. And you'll do business on that platform. I don't do that type of service right now just because I'm so dialed into my moving company. But when I started the business, man, I was doing those types of jobs, and I was making $500 to $1,000 a week, which was helping me fund my business in the beginning, just off a Facebook platform alone. You can also do the same thing on OfferUp. OfferUp, kind of, if they see your ads and stuff, they might boot you, whatever. You can create another account, but you can advertise on there. People need their furniture moved. If you have a truck or a van to move that furniture, you're gonna make a little bit more money doing it. But if you don't stress it. Just still advertise that you're labor-only service, and you'll just meet them, help them load up the truck and the furniture into their moving truck, and you can make some money just doing that, man. I really need to stress it. Professional moving labor. When you guys are advertising yourselves, that's what you need to identify yourselves as. You don't want to be confused that you're a moving company, right? And when you have conversations with the customers and you're booking the jobs, you're telling them about your service, let them know, like, hey, we're not a traditional moving company, we're contractors, and we're here to help with the heavy lifting and loading your truck, and that's about it. So you make sure you outline your services anywhere you're advertising, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Craigslist, any sort of platform like that. Whether you're doing flyers, which, if you have a little capital to go get some flyers printed up, make sure you're detailed, like, hey, we're labor only. We used to, when I was in Florida and we had our service, I had a website, created it with Squarespace, super simple to use. They got a bunch of templates. I outlined our services, had pictures of the crew, had customer testimonies on the website, and we really pitched customers on rent your own truck. You'll save money. We used to tell customers all that all the time. Rent your own truck. Yeah, you got to drive it, but you're going to save money. And we encourage them to go to U-Haul, go to Budget, go to Penske, rent your own truck. We'll show up with the crew. We'll show up with our dollies, our blankets. Most of the time we'd say, hey, rent your own blankets too. That's going to save you some money. And but yeah, so we'd advertise our services on our website. You don't have to get a website set up, but if you want to, it's only going to benefit you because it's going to allow you to promote your experience and your customer testimonies and just your overall brand and your identity as a moving helper or a contractor, if you will. So, but any platform you're on, you need to advertise your services and be accurate about it and explain to your customers the service that you provide. You don't want them to be confused that you're an actual moving company, because the last thing you want is to arrive to the job and the customer, you don't have a moving truck. It just looks bad, and then you have to have that conversation with the customer, and it's just always a difficult conversation to have. Trust me, I've been there before, but thankfully I was able to communicate with the customer, and the customer husband decided that they were supposed to rent the truck and they just forgot about it, and they kind of try to push that responsibility onto us, but out of record, a text record of communication with the customer saying that the customer was going to get the truck. But anyways, be detailed about the services that you provide. All right, so step number one, make sure you got equipment. All right, you don't need a whole lot of equipment, but make sure you get yourself a dolly, get yourself a slide, a 4-way cart, get yourself some moving blankets and some basic tools, and you're going to do business. Number two, platforms. These are your lead generators, so you're going to want to be on Craigslist, right? Post ads locally. Get on movinghelp.com, all right? And then Facebook Marketplace. All right, to start with those three. If you want to be a little bit more crafty and ambitious, get some business cards printed up, all right? Go around to different apartment buildings, or if you want to get some flyers printed up, go around to coffee shops, put up your flyers. I mean, you probably won't get a whole lot of work, but you'll get work, all right? You'll make an extra couple $1,000s a year just handing out some flyers. You might make more. There's been some times where I printed up some flyers and I made $5,000 or $6,000 just off the flyers being printed up, right? You got to pay to get them printed up, but you know, it doesn't cost a whole lot of money to get flyers printed up. All right, number three, you know, say you got your equipment, you're on the platforms, you're booking jobs. Number three is just like your day-to-day operations. All right, you need to be on point, man. Communicate with your customers. Call them, ask them about the details about the job. Hey, where should we park when we show up? Hey, what time do you want us to arrive? Hey, are there stairs on the job? Hey, do you have any sort of fragile materials? You want to ask all these questions. You want to be detailed with the customer because they want you to be engaging with them. They want you to care about the work that you're going to put in and to care about their stuff. So engage with your customers, all right? Schedule, be on point with your scheduling, show up on time, and just be ready to rock and roll, man. Be ready to show the customers why they made the right decision to hire you for the job, okay? So communicate with your customers always. Say the job goes really smooth, ask your customers for reviews. It's super important that you ask your customers for reviews. All right, if you book the job on Moving Help's going to help you. They're going to offer the customer $5 back on their purchase for just leaving a review on their platform. But say you didn't book this job on Moving Help, create yourself a Facebook page for your hustle, man. All right, upload some pictures of you looking nice next to a dolly, moving some boxes that are empty. I mean, everybody has a smartphone. It shouldn't be hard to do. Start yourself a little Facebook page, all right, Facebook business page, you know, outlining your services. And that'll be a place where customers can come and leave a review. You want customer testimonies, especially if they're good. The customers are like, wow, you guys did a great job, or wow, man, you guys are so strong, and you were punctual and you're on point. We really appreciate you. Once they start having that dialogue with you, just be like, yo, do you guys mind leaving me a review? Can you do it right now? Like, take out your phone, be like, hey, here's a link to my Facebook page. Can you leave us a review? We really appreciate it. Those reviews are, other customers are going to see those reviews and see those testimonies, and they're going to want to do business with you. All right, and you're going to want to get as many reviews as possible. Good reviews, like if you feel confident that you did a really good job and the customer's expressing themselves, and they're expressing that positive dialogue about their experience, get a review, because you know, that's money in the bank. That's going to help you make more money, is when you get these positive reviews. If the job goes to shit, and you know, you guys damage some furniture or something like that, and you don't know how to handle that situation with the customer, and you're not confident, don't ask the customer for a review. All right, you don't want them to think like, hey, oh yeah, I'm gonna go fucking leave a review and I'm gonna smash this company, because a lot of people will do that, man. We live in a society where, like, people will go out of their way to drag your business. Even if you're a small family-owned business, right? You know, they will go online and drag you over the pettiest shit. I see it all the time with other moving companies. You know, sometimes the customers are right. You know, they had a bad experience with the moving company. There are some shitty moving companies out there. But a lot of times, some people are just fucking sensitive, man. And, you know, they just want to, like, put a knife in your back. They had it, you know, they might have not had a bad experience, but they're just bad people. And they want the world to know, like, hey, you know, these guys are, you know, aren't the best movers, and they'll drag you online. So if you have a bad experience with a customer, just don't even ask them for a review. You don't even want that that to trigger in their head that like, hey, oh, I could go leave a review, because there's customers that will just drag you just to drag you, man. Some people are just shitty people, and they'll do whatever they can just to drag you online because they're dealing with their own insecurities, or maybe they're, they don't have any sort of power or influence in their regular life, so they're going to take it out on a mover who's just trying to start a company and provide for their family. So just be cautious. But yeah, so number 3, just be about your operations, communicate with your customers, and ask for reviews when you have a good experience. And if you don't have a place for customers to leave reviews, create a little website. All right, squarespace.com or wix.com is pretty cheap. They got templates. You can make it work really nice, and you can have a review section on there, or do a Facebook page. That most people know how to use Facebook, right? With the exceptions of the boomers. Where my boomers at? I'm just playing, man. But yeah, so you're gonna need to have a place where customers leave reviews, and just always communicate with your customers and be professional. All right, so I think that's like the gist of it, just kind of get you off the ground, just those 3 things. All right, so have some equipment. All right, collect leads. You can start with Facebook, Craigslist, and movinghelp.com. All right, so create an account on all 3 of those websites. When you create the account, all right, have some pictures of yourself next to a dolly or next to a moving truck. They don't have to be the best pictures. Just make sure you're looking professional. All right. Number 3, just be about your business. All right. Have your operations on point. Communicate with your customers. All right. Schedule accordingly. Just try to be a professional. All right. Just try to be a professional. It's not that difficult. All right. You do those 3 things, I guarantee you're going to start making money. I'm going to tap back in with you guys. I kind of just freestyled this video off the top of my head, but I've done these 3 things, and I've made money. I've made thousands of dollars, dude. I've made a lot of money on movinghelp.com. It's not hard to be competitive on their platform. Just be professional. Communicate with your customers. All right. Don't accept jobs that you're not going to show up to. All right. Get good reviews, and you're gonna make money. When I was out in Florida, when we had our moving hustle, just labor only, right? Load, unload, sometimes both. We made $100,000 in a year, right? And we were contractors. It was just me and one of my buddies, and we got to the point where we were doing so much business, we were able to bring a lot of people on with us on the platform. We were in the music scene out in St. Pete, know a lot of rappers, man, and I probably hired more rappers than Def Jam. I shit you not. We were about our business, and we were hustling on those platforms, doing a lot of business on Moving Help, but then also doing a lot of side business on Craigslist. And say it's just you, man. Even if it's just you can just advertise your services. I mean, I've posted my services on Craigslist before. It's just, hey, one guy shows up to help you unload. I got a dolly, I lay out all the equipment that I have for the customer, and I've had moving companies hire me just to help when they didn't have guys show up for the day, or they were overbooked and they just needed more talent to come in. Like, you guys can do business, man, and you will do business. Now's the time to do it. Don't drag your feet. If you're working for a moving company right now and they're only paying you $15 an hour, like, hey, I'm not saying go quit your job, all right, but dedicate 2 to 3 days out of the week to your own little hustle, your own little venture, all right, and you'll start to do business. It's a little bit slow at first, man, but I tell you, if you get 10 solid reviews, man, you're gonna do business, all right. And I'm gonna continue to hit you guys with more information, where to get leads, what platforms to be on, how to market yourselves, how to advertise. But just focus on the basics right now. If you're a solid mover working for a shitty moving company, now's the time to make money, man. It's the summertime, all right? Tell your boss, like, hey, I need 3 days out of the week to focus on myself and my personal life. And if they don't understand that, then fine. I'm sure you can find a job at another moving company, because everybody's hiring right now. But yeah, now's the time to do it. I definitely believe in you guys. If you're a solid mover, you're a people person, you're just like, you got solid character, start something for yourself, man. Just get excited for it. Now is the time to do it. All right. So I appreciate you guys listening to me. This is a 25-minute video. I know it's kind of rambling. I just kind of go off the top of my dome, kind of freestyle it. And I'll keep tapping in. I'm going to try to knock out a couple more videos this week for you guys, and try to be a little bit more organized, if you will. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see what's up. But yeah, man. So, just work hard, work smart. Don't sweat the small shit, and just keep grinding. I guarantee you will be successful in this business. There's so many shitty movers out there. It's really not hard if you dial in, and you're a professional, to make money in this industry. All right. So just keep grinding, man. I hope everybody has a successful summer. I'm going to tap back in with you guys with another video. In the meantime, man, just count your blessings and just keep grinding, man. I'm out. Check me out online. Follow me on Instagram, Headband Movers. And yeah, let's network. Oh shit, no, one more thing. All right, there's a Facebook group. All right, it's called Moving Labor. All right, join that Facebook group. It's full of professionals all over the country, and they're constantly posting jobs to hire guys, and they pay well, bro. It's a solid marketplace. I just say you got to be about your business when you're on there, because it's a lot of professionals, and they say they book you for a job and you don't show up, they're going to drag you on that platform, and then nobody's going to want to work with you. All right, so it's the Moving Labor Facebook page. Join that Facebook page. You guys are going to learn a lot on that Facebook page, and you're going to make a lot of money. All right. Oh shit, one more thing. Pay yourself well. All right. You have leverage, man. People need labor, so you should at least be charging, if it's just you, $25 to $30 an hour. If you feel like you can sell yourself on $40 an hour, I usually charge $50 an hour for myself and for my services. So if you want to charge more than that, charge, but get paid for the work that you put in, especially if you're a professional. All right. So this last two things, sorry to hit you with that. Hope you all have a blessed day. Keep grinding, man. Stay focused, work hard, work smart. Don't sweat the small stuff. I'm out.